Once upon a time, Cinderella visited a big, bustling city for the first time. The city was full of tall buildings, bright lights, and exciting things to do. Cinderella couldn't wait to explore. She put on her favorite blue dress and comfortable shoes, ready for a day of adventure. Her first stop was a beautiful park in the middle of the city. She saw people riding bikes, children playing, and even a group of dancers practicing their moves. Inspired by the dancers, Cinderella twirled around, feeling the joy of the city's rhythm. Next, Cinderella visited a tall skyscraper. She took the elevator to the very top and looked out over the entire city. The view was breathtaking. She could see tiny cars and people moving below like little ants. As the sun began to set, Cinderella found a cozy cafe. She sat down with a warm cup of tea, watching the city lights twinkle as night fell. The city was magical, and Cinderella knew she would always remember this amazing adventure. With a heart full of happiness, Cinderella returned home, dreaming of her next city adventure. Once upon a time in a cozy little neighborhood, there lived a small house cat named Tom. Tom was a curious and adventurous little feline, always eager to explore the world around him. However, being a house cat, he rarely had the opportunity to venture beyond the confines of his home. One sunny day, while his owners were away, Tom spotted an open window and couldn't resist the temptation to sneak out for a little adventure. As he strolled through the streets, Tom encountered a group of stray cats. They were rough and tough-looking, but Tom was undeterred. With a friendly meow, Tom approached the strays and introduced himself. Surprisingly, they welcomed him with open paws and invited him to join them on their daily escapades. Excitedly, Tom agreed and embarked on an unforgettable journey with his newfound feline friends. Together, they explored every nook and cranny of the neighborhood, from hidden alleyways to sprawling gardens. Along the way, they encountered various obstacles and challenges, but Tom's quick wit and charm helped them overcome each one. As the day turned into night, Tom realized how much he had enjoyed his adventure with the other cats. With a heavy heart, he bid farewell to his new friends and made his way back home before his owners returned. Back in the safety of his cozy abode, Tom curled up in his favorite spot, reminiscing about the exciting day he had just experienced. Although he was glad to be back home, he knew that he would always cherish the memories of his thrilling adventure with the other cats, and so, Tom drifted off to sleep, dreaming of future escapades and the wonderful friendships he had made along the way. For Tom, the world beyond his doorstep was filled with endless possibilities, and he couldn't wait to explore it all over again. One crisp winter morning, Rapunzel peeked out of her tower window and gasped. The forest below was blanketed in sparkling snow, transforming the world into a winter wonderland. She couldn't resist the urge to explore. Using her long, golden hair, she carefully climbed down her tower. Her feet crunched in the snow as she wandered into the magical forest. The trees glittered with icicles, and snowflakes danced in the chilly breeze. Rapunzel giggled as she made snowballs and built a lopsided snowman she named Frosty. As she walked further, she heard a faint cry. Following the sound, she found a small deer trapped in the snow. Its leg was caught in a thick patch of ice. "Don't worry," she said softly. Rapunzel used her hair to gently melt the ice and free the deer. The grateful animal nuzzled her hand and led her to a hidden clearing. In the clearing, Rapunzel discovered a shimmering frozen lake surrounded by twinkling lights. Animals of all kinds had gathered for a magical winter celebration. They skated on the ice, danced, and shared treats. The deer nudged Rapunzel onto the ice, where she found herself gliding effortlessly. As the sun set, the clearing glowed with the warm light of friendship and joy. Rapunzel promised to return every winter and climbed back to her tower with a heart full of memories and new friends. From that day on, the snowy forest held a special place in Rapunzel's heart. In the heart of snowy New York City, the streets were blanketed in white, and the air buzzed with excitement as children played in the snow. But one little girl, Emma, wandered too far from her family, her tiny red boots leaving tracks on the slippery sidewalks. Suddenly, the icy ground beneath her cracked, revealing a hidden sewer grate. She stumbled, clutching the edge and calling out for help. High above the city, Snow Hero, a brave and agile superhero clad in silver and blue, scanned the streets. His snowy cape fluttered as he heard Emma's faint cry. "Someone's in trouble," he said, swinging into action with his icy grappling lines. Snow Hero arrived just in time, landing gracefully beside Emma. "Don't worry, I've got you," he said with a warm smile. Carefully, he extended his strong hand and pulled her to safety. Emma sniffled. "Thank you, Snow Hero. I was so scared." Snow Hero crouched down. "You're very brave. Let's find your family." He lifted her gently, gliding over the snowy streets with his frost-powered boots. In no time, Emma was reunited with her parents, who hugged her tightly. The crowd cheered for Snow Hero, who waved and said, "Stay safe, and enjoy the snow." As he swung back into the frosty skyline, Snow Hero smiled. Another snowy day, another life saved, just what a hero loves most. One sunny afternoon, a cheerful yellow balloon named Bouncy floated away from a little girl's birthday party. Carried by a gentle breeze, Bouncy soon found himself drifting into a magical forest. The trees were tall, and the leaves shimmered with a golden glow. Bouncy was excited as he bounced along the tree branches, enjoying the peaceful sounds of nature. As he floated deeper into the forest, Bouncy spotted a squirrel named Squeaky, who was balancing on a branch. "Hello, Squeaky. What a lovely day to be in the forest," Bouncy said. Squeaky smiled and said, "It sure is, Bouncy. Would you like to join me on an adventure?" Without hesitation, Bouncy followed Squeaky through the forest. They crossed a sparkling stream, where they met a friendly frog named Jumper. "Hop on over," Jumper croaked. Together, the three new friends explored hidden caves, found colorful flowers, and played hide-and-seek among the trees. Suddenly, a gust of wind blew through the forest, lifting Bouncy high into the air. "Whoa!" Bouncy laughed as he soared above the treetops. Squeaky and Jumper cheered from below, amazed by how high Bouncy could go. As the sun began to set, Bouncy floated gently back down to his friends. "What an amazing adventure!" Bouncy said. Squeaky and Jumper nodded in agreement, and they all sat together, watching the sky turn orange and pink. Bouncy knew he would never forget his wonderful adventure in the magical forest.